Well, it's lovely to see you, chums. I'm Colonel Failure, and this is Totally Tropical Transport Fever 2. And what you're looking at here, well, obviously it's not built yet, but, what you're looking at and the way in which I shall entice you to stick around and watch the whole thing is, this is a fully integrated network hub here. It's got trains, it's got trucks, it's got aeroplanes, and it's got ships, all in one place, all at one time. If you can contain your excitement for just a little while, I'll show you how it happens. As is traditional, we pick up the action where we left off last time, and where we left off last time was just outside Minas Tirith, where this junction is usually pretty flipping busy, but actually it's not too bad at the moment. We've got one coming in here now on the tenuous line, and then... That's the presumably, isn't it? That's on the Arctic Traveller. Okay. As you can see, 12 of 108 passengers on board. Yeah. This is a little bit more cheerful with 52 of 52. But as you can see, it's down 305 grand in the last accounting period. And there's its chum just gone to poach all of the good stuff. And that's only got 5 passengers on board as well. Yeah, there is an argument to be made for the fact that I have cannibalised the heck out of everything up at this end of the map. And it's not only an argument, it's quite compelling, really. As you can see, Minas Tirith, no real shortage of routes out of the town, and quite a significant shortage of passengers actually willing to make that journey. So I need to increase the size of Minas Tirith, and I'm not even going to do that today. I'm just saying, I need to increase the size of it. It's a thing that needs doing. Yeah, so you get a bit of traffic queuing around here, and it's not ideal. Now, if we look at the overall accounting picture, it's not a rosy one. Well, I've got a pretty good idea what's to blame. The introduction of the new route has not exactly made things any better, but also my decision to go and fling extra trains on everything. If we bring up this one, it looks all pretty sunny at this end, doesn't it? Although you'd go, well, your big hitter's not hitting very hard, is it? And you're going to go, no, it's not. And then the small hitters are really, really quite painful. Like strongly painful. So yeah, there are problems aplenty in the way that things are set up at the moment, and cannibalisation is a big one. The tenuous is establishing itself at the moment, so I'll give it a little bit longer to kind of figure out whether it's viable or not. But both the tenuous clock and counterclockwise are, well, they're losing cash. The Arctic Traveller is losing a lot of cash. The Hiawatha, once again, and really it's got no excuse to do so. It's running over 50% full, almost 2/3. In fact, probably definitely 2/3, Good work. Food production lines always tend to run at a deficit until they deliver, so I'm not too fussed about that. Thule Waterdeep is still establishing itself. As you can see, no passengers yet, but it's got a little way to go before it even makes its first destination. Food delivery to Dark City will do fine as soon as it drops off this 106. As you can see, most of them will be okay. And look, I mean, we've got the fuel supply line. I've implemented the C49s here. Let's go follow this chap along. It's a little bit more in keeping with what we're actually going to get up to. Yeah, so I mean, it's a reworked Dakota, so it should be no surprise at all that I end up using the thing. Love it. Good. Have we got one that's a little bit further along? I'd like to go and see what sort of payoff we're getting. Let's have a look. Where are you? No. Yes. All right. Let's go follow this one instead. Right, here we go. It looks like he might be waiting for a landing opportunity. Meanwhile, just doing laps over Vegas to really build up the atmosphere of the downtown area. Now it's going for another lap. Tiddly airports cannot handle the amount of traffic that I'm trying to throw at them. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, we'll wait and see what this earns once it lands, and then we'll get a feel for whether this air route has got any merit whatsoever. I switched up to these largely because they're faster, secondly because they're glorious. There is no thirdly. The oil line has kicked back into high gear again. In fact, I would say probably higher gear than I'm actually managing to cope with. And frankly, if all of my aircraft are spending this long in holding patterns before being able to land, it is unsurprising that they're having a bit of difficulty being able to make any money. I think this chap is probably running full as well. Yeah, 10 of 10 fuel on board. Roll on bigger airports, I say. Hold on, have we got them yet? Oh, what are you? You're a car... No, never mind. Forget I spoke. No, roll on bigger airports, I say. There we go. That's seamless work. Anyway, we're going to focus on cargo planes today because we're going to do some more cargo in planes. I've got a wizard scheme, and it's going to be amazing. So as soon as the scheme is, fit for purpose, I'll let you know exactly what's going on. So this is the plane coming in now. See, we've got another one landing. Vegas Airport is absolutely jam-packed with traffic. Why are you waving off? You could have got in there. You'd have been fine. And look, here's another one coming in. We've got one waiting to leave. It's madness. Right, we're waiting for the little number in here. You're 299 down at the moment. And massive profit, 760 grand for that. It's now taking a full load of oil back the other way, so that's another 760 grand. That flight is going to be pretty profitable overall. Trains are the problem. Right, let's talk about what we're actually talking about. Now then, I want to grow my capital city a bit, right? Because we've never really paid enough attention to it. We've got this whacking great train station and then very, very rarely use it. Now, District 12 and Alpha Complex are both going, oh, did you say you'd got some bricks? I do like a brick. Well, I haven't got any bricks, so we're going to make some. And that's actually quite challenging, which is one of the reasons that I've chosen to do it. So over here down in Arkham, we've got a construction materials plant. Now, I don't know, is that the only one? I did have a look. Hold on. Conmats. We've got two. Okay, we've got one in Ankara, which is there, and one in Ahmedabad, which is up near Miranda. We could make either of those work, especially with the brute force methodology I'm about to employ, but I think we'll go for the one in the south because, we need to tackle the south. South needs something doing to it. Now, there are only 3 sources of stone on the map. The first one is here, just between Waterdeep and Zion. You'll have seen that a few times. The other 2 are both in the north, if I can remember where they are. There we go. We've got one near Riverdale and a second one out here near Ulthar. The problem is, where are you... How? Now, it actually makes more sense to do the processing for this lot here. Oh, it really does, doesn't it? Yeah, it really does. Yeah, it certainly does. Are you going to? No, I'm not going to. No, I'm going to do something else. Okay, right. I'm just in pondering mode. Give me a moment. Now, Cuesta Verde's got an airport there already, but to be honest, probably running enough traffic in there already. So sticking anything more in there is just going to be hazardous. But we could do something very entertaining indeed, either out near Riverdale, which might upset the population, or here. Yes, because we can ship the stone from there to here. We can ship stone from here, at a push, from here to there. Yeah, in fact, I could truck it or train it around there to make a drop off on this little island. The other thing that is worthy of consideration is that I have talked about putting a canal in here somewhere so that we can get passenger ferries running down that way. Everything is within consideration. Anyway, the aim is to run an unholy number of planes, shipping... you see, you've not thought this through at all. Shipping conmats one way and stone the other. I see, you're just going to press on, are you? Yeah, I'm going to just press on. Now, the only thing that really works in our favour off the back of that is, bizarrely, the island just outside Waterdeep. So, down here... is going to get airlines departing, right? You've not thought this through. Oh, yeah, no. This makes sense if I was going to do the Caprica and Ankh-Morpork construction materials instead of the capital city. Well, then. How are you going to do this? All right, so this is as zoomed out as I can get, unfortunately. So, but anyway, right. The stone from here and the two places in the north, we're going to fly down to Arkham. All right, it's incredibly efficient, very cost-saving. Oh, no, we might not fly the third lot. We might take this by ship. Yeah, okay, we'll ship this down to Arkham, but the other two will fly them in. And then, once we've got con mats being developed here, we're going to take them somewhere. And then they will be delivered to the two cities here, which should provide ample demand for this just to work perfectly. It's a seamless plan and arguably brilliant. Oh, hang on. I know what I'm going to do. All right. We're going to stick the airport, the receiving airport, here. Now, the downside to that is that you're only going to be transporting goods one way unless... What do you chaps need down here? Anyone need food? I'm quite happy to cut someone else off from food. Metropolis is going, construction materials, you say? I'm all about that. When are we getting ours? I kind of go, yeah, let's say later. Yeah, I mean, I could do all this by ship, but really, is that what we want to see? I don't think it is. So, yeah, so we'll bring it into an airport that I'll position up here somewhere. And then we can ship it out from the station here. In fact, it's long overdue an overhaul, this. Yeah, all right. Okay, yeah. All right, let's go. Yeah, all right. You ready? Yeah. Are you ready? Yes. Okay, first things first. Because the airline is quite a quick way to go, we'll start out by doing a little bit of shipping. Okay, so we'll start out by getting this chap established here. Now, actually, I've chosen this is going to be awkward. So we've got a tiny little bit of road. We just need to make sure it's in port catchment radius area bonanza. And I'm sure this will work out just fine. I've actually got no knowledge at all that this is going to turn out fine or otherwise. Right, okay, so if we sling that in there, it's out of navigable waters, and also you're probably facing the wrong way. I would say the other side is going to do you better. And I think we might pay through the nose to reshape the island to make this viable. Might you indeed? How does that go with your spirit of adventure? What I don't want to have to do is to truck it. But at the moment, I'm not seeing a way that I can do this without having to truck it in some fashion. Let's run a bit of, just a tiny bit of country road here. Just get this down the hillside. Yes. Yeah, and we'll see how we go. All right, okay. Well, firstly, it needs to be flat. It does, doesn't it? Now I'll probably have a swing at rebuilding this, maybe. But let's see if I can get the port into catchment radius. So if we go as far as here, I mean, this would be the best place to put it, but honestly, I don't think we've got a chance that this is going to be in range. Let's have a look. Go on. Tendrils. All right, there's the tendrils. Right, that's showing the range. I don't know if you can make it out or not. I hope you can. That would be helpful. But you'll see that the range of this is about halfway, well, no, maybe just over halfway up the bridge there. So if one were to take a road in a more direct line, we might be able to make this work. So if I find a bit here that will tendril up like that, okay, right, and then we grab a bit of this off here and come down to this end. Now that is a shorter piece of road than this. So if this communicates adequately with yonder port, then we're in business. Go on. We're in business. You lucky thing. Yeah, I know, but you know, luck is a skill. You sure about that? Are you sure it's not the very antithesis of skill? No. Luck is in fact a skill. You have to nurture and regard finely your luck in order to make it work. Right, what's this? What do we even call it? This is Ion East, apparently. All right, fair play. And that's in the optimum place for it, has to be said. Now, the turnaround on this is going to be slow, but you know, it'll work out eventually. So if we now bang in another one down at this end, there we go, and we try and get this one to communicate. Well, this one shouldn't have a problem. It depends on the depth of the water, and I can make it deeper if we have to. That should be absolutely dandy. Feels like it might be a bit shallow there, but it didn't complain about it, and therefore I'm not going to interfere. Right, do that around there so we get the tendrils. Good. Multiple vehicles are in very poor condition. Well, that's unfortunate for them, isn't it? And then we'll rock this around there like that. It's not pretty, but it should do the job. And the tooting sound there says, yes, it has done the job. Right, let's get this line up now, because this one's going to take, you know, a fair shake of time before it actually starts producing. So there we go. This is going to be Southern Stone. Yeah, I know. Naming conventions be damned. It is Southern Stone. That's what it is, and it is that. Right, I think 2 ships should probably do the job there. Now, obviously, the output of this at max is 400, so 2 ships have got a fighting chance of both filling up. Now, I've got a shipyard around here somewhere. You're not it. Are you not? No, that's an oil shipping route. Okay, yeah. You know it's an oil shipping. Multiple vehicles are in poor condition. Where did you said you built a shipyard? Where did you build it? Well, you could just go to buy vehicles. Yeah, and then go to ships. Yeah, what of it? Ankh-Morpork. Oh, that's nearby. All right, where's that? Ankh-Morpork shipyard is just there. Well, okay, it's maybe not the best one in the world, but it will do the job. Elmore, isn't it? Elmore's up there. Right, okay. No, Ankh-Morpork it is. Let's go over to it and buy some vehicles. Now then, cargo, please. Large. Never mind. Cargo, please. Right, the Vandal is fluids only. The Zoroaster does 22 and is fluids only, so ignore it. The Schaffhausen does a bit of everything, and a cap of 130. Now, you've got the Klondike, which doesn't have as much capacity or speed. So let's not. And then you got the Dinara Castle, which is not competitive. Right, we're going to go with these. There's no argument to be had. Right, okay, now apply those to Southerstone or Souther. Oh, dearie me. Well, that won't suffice. Ships. Thank you. South. You're missing an N there. I mean, Southerstone, it does work, but not enough. Not well enough. Right, you rolling? Yes, Governor. We will be there at time for the millennium. Okay, right, there, flipping out. Look at the size of that beast. Rocking. Okay, right, that's number 1. Okay. Right, number 2 and 3 are going to take place up here. Look, I'm going to point it out again. This is not a good setup at all. The processing here would make so much more sense. And then, if need be, delivering out from, I don't know, whatever that island near Waterdeep is approximately close to. But hey, it is what it is. Now then, you're going to need to go over to this coast. It doesn't make any sense at all to do anything that winds its way through there. That's illogical. So we either go overland, or we build a ruddy great bridge, or we do a nice little ship, kind of a ferry that just goes across here like that. Before we do that, however, let's get this dealt with. Yeah, I know. Oh, it's on. No. I've decided that now is the time to do it, and the time to do it is, in fact, I've got some ideas here. Okay, this became more complicated all of a sudden. Hold on to your hats. Right, okay, there we go. We want to wang that right up. Turn a square. Oh, we can get a straight line through here. That's good. And then, yes, a wallop. Okay, wallop. Why is this good? I hear you cry. Well, if you haven't already read my mind, and some of you definitely will have done, I'm going to stick the port on this canal. In fact, I'm going to turn this flat edge here into the port. which will be rather marvellous. Right, is that an appropriate depth? No, not quite. Oh, there you go, that's a better angle to see things. There you go, drop it down to that. Yeah, there you go. Now, I mean, it was deep enough already, but I mean, frankly, if you haven't got your canal all the same colour on the seabed there, then you're doing it wrong. All right, and do this lot. There you go. Now then, give me the smoothing gun. No. We want the nice soft edge job here. That's it. Yeah, that's the way. Lovely, does it? Good. Oh, a bit of sandy beaches, marvellous. And then we'll make it look like a bit of longshore drift, as it's not quite the same as Tokyo Drift, but Vin Diesel is still involved, albeit only in a cameo sense at the end. Well, and in fact, exactly like Tokyo Drift then. Right, okay, good. Now, I need to fling this track back in, and it's almost like I'm making excuses to do some track when I'm doing nothing but ships and planes today. But I assure you, that is totally the case. Right, now then, tracks, yes, high speed with electricity. We shall start this up at a height that is amenable to my shipping. Excuse me, I need a different angle. Are you amenable to my shipping or what? Only just. Okay, well, yeah, if you avoid the pillars, then it's fine. Also, you're in the wrong place. Also, you're in the wrong type of bridge. Other than that, everything's absolutely brilliant. All right, so if we go from here, go across there. What do you think? I think there's enough green there to make it work, don't you? Oh, there is almost certainly enough green to make it work there now. Lovely bit of gap. Not sure what's going on with the pillar distribution, but then I'm rarely sure what's going on with the pillar distribution. I find it best just to ignore it and let it be happy with itself. Right, there you go. Stick that on there. Is good. We're probably going to want to back this up in order to make this a smooth transition. Yep. Okay. Good. Yep. Good. Yep. Good. Yep. And have at it. All right. Grand. Okay. Now I need a signal on here as well. I took out a signal when bulldozing the thing in the first place. But other than that, it's all pretty special. All right. Now it looks to me like that's actually going downhill, but it isn't. It is entirely flat. Oh, it's always a shame to remove an entirely flat piece of track, but sometimes progress demands it. Right. Magnifico. And, and to boot, we've got ourselves a lovely man-made bit of canal action there. Look, you might not care too much about it, but I think it's amazing. Right, we'll have them. We'll have one stop on with it dangling over that side of the bridge. We'll have the other one stop dangling over this side of the bridge because that will look particularly fine and mighty. Shall we pause just to allow the train to go over the top? Okay then. Yeah, I mean it's rather more an abrupt uphill motion or movement, possibly both, than is desirable. But you're treated to an Art Deco bypass going on there. Well, you would be if it weren't for this egregious white railing. Should be able to recolour these, I mean, I would have thought it's no more difficult than recolouring the trains. You should be able to just go like, what colour would Sir like from the palette for their bridge? Jolly, please. Jolly? Green. Okay, now then, let's get this port up. Now, is this going to be sufficient, or am I going to need more than one stoppage area? So we'll stick this in here. Now, hold your horses. Aren't you also going to want an airport here? I am going to want an airport, but I am prepared, nay, committed to making enough of a... You don't want to... No, it doesn't want to go any higher than that. Evidently, this land is not that flat. Oh, it's not. There's a ruddy great lump in it. Right, what were you talking about? Oh, the heavens to Betsy, I don't know. Airport. Yeah, no, I'm quite prepared to dig out a load of this land in order to make it airport viable. I don't want to have to use trucks, although, I don't mind using trucks. That's fine. Right, okay, let's do a bit of this. There you go. Right, that's made that look better immediately. Alright, okay, splendid. Now then, for your next trick, yeah, I know, I've got to get the ships in motion. Now, I don't know if that's a good idea or not, given that the quarries themselves won't do a thing until there is some demand for their produce at the other end. But you know, we'll worry ourselves about that in a moment. All right, okay, here we go. So if I wanted to get a cargo airport, we don't need any passengers for this one. Yes. Now, can you move the entrance hall? Well, that's a good question. Because otherwise, the other option is we do it that way, right? And then it's, I mean, you know, I can build a bit more land in there, and that'll work. Hang on a moment. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Oh, no. Yeah, now, we're not going to get it underneath, but I tell you what we might do. We might get a wheel skimmer of a bridge takeoff / landing in here. You're not, though. No. Oh, no, yeah, no, that's still good. I mean, it's the end of the runway. I could change the bridge so that it goes over the runway. I've done that before. But that would be incredibly exciting for anybody on a train. It would. Yeah, I think they'd get a kick out of that. I think you've got a screw loose. Okay. Yeah, maybe I have. What are you going to do? So, yeah, so the question here becomes, well, quite simply, can we get a connection going on there without having to use trucks? So if I were to... Can we? Yeah, we've got a bit of tendril action there. So we'll do it so we've only got one. We won't go past the edge of the port. That should about do it. Yep, there you go. Tendrils ahoy. Right, and then we can lay that out flat, and hopefully that will be within catchment. They'll be within catchment of one another, and that will work out well. So this is probably going to be the sprawl south. What do you know? Okay, good. Right, so now Riverdale. What are you going to do about this? I don't think there's any avoiding using trucks. It would be quite nice to use a train, but the distance involved is going to make that train unprofitable. There are no two ways about it. That is going to be one unprofitable train service. So let's not. Yeah. So what? Truck it to a port over here somewhere and just shuttle it across. I think that's the way you're going to have to do it. Okay. All right. Fine. No, keep it simple. Yeah, because that's what you always do. You are renowned for the simplicity with which you keep things. There's no need to be quite so sarcastic. There's every need for me to be quite so sarcastic. Right, yep, that'll do. Good. Right, now then, truck stops. They live under that with this and a smidge of this. Right, okay. Now then, I think we'll lock this in a parallel kind of a fashion. That will do nicely. Right, and then do something roads. Okay, all right. Well, something roads are my favourite kind. Now the obvious route is just a kind of motor straight ahead here, so I think we'll probably do that. I know I'm even using a level crossing. Caution to all the winds. Right, okay, yeah, do a bit of this, do a bit of that, just in case the locals want to move in. You know how it is. And then we'll traipse out to here. Now, they're not in catchment, but the range is not. It's not extreme here. This is quite a short route. So, you know, a couple of trucks wrong stop. That one. There you go. A couple of trucks should be able to do the job quite nicely. Yeah, stick that on there. We won't do anything fancy pants with this one. We'll just try and get it to be in any way functional at all. Now, do we have a depot nearby? No. Why not? Because you haven't hooked up a commuter route to this, which is possibly why this station is struggling to make any money. How many people have got waiting? Barely any. You know that route that is gradually driving you bankrupt? Do you want to see the reason why that's happening? Mr. Terse is certainly... I don't know, he's had his Weetabix this morning. Right, there you go. Add that. And then let's hook this route up. Right, so new line from Riverdale Central to Riverdale Not So Central. And we'll call this... well, it's going to be Stone, Riverdale. Rivedale. What's the matter with you? You're missing letters all over the place, man. This is really not what we've come to expect. Okay, it's exactly what we've come to expect, but we always hope that it's going to be a little bit better than that. Put that in there, stick that on here. Everybody's happy. We're bulletproof. Right, do this and then find there's a tipper truck here somewhere that will do me. This is the brand new Sora C-type tipper. It is. I know, it's easy for me to say. We'll have 2 of them, which might be overkill, but sometimes you just gotta. All right, so Stone Riverdale. There we go. Right, that's that one rolling. And then I should probably get the ships on now because they're going to take ages. But it's okay. And then out near Ulthar is the other one. Now, if anything, this lends itself even more towards some kind of train route. You know it does. Yeah, I know it does. That's why I said it. Oh. Yeah, all right, we're going to do it. Are we? I mean, think about how long it's going to take to get the train up here. Hush, 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 hush. It's going to be fine. Why would you be anything less than dramatic about any of this? Because, frankly, what we're talking about here is setting up a route. We will go standard high speed, please. What I mean by that is we will go not standard. Yes. We'll do the other thing. The high speed, but non-electrified. I've got a little diesel train in mind for this, and it's going to be absolutely spanking. Right, okay, you are going to... I don't like the angle. Are you sure you can't make this work? I probably can. Just one other very, 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 very minor detail. You've still got to get an airport in here. Okay, all right, it's all right. I've got an idea. Well, I would imagine so. The world may end the day you don't have an idea. Right, stick that on there. Yeah. Fling this out. If you just go straight for once, that'd be super. Stick that on there, and then that way we can run it more or less in parallel with the rail bridge, you see. So we don't use up too much of the island. Right, 160 meters. Yeah, there we go. See, one platform. That will do nicely. Make it somewhat parallel with that. Stick it in there, and that will do grand. Of course, what I've done here is I've made it so it's got connectivity to the port. Doesn't need connectivity to the port, but it's got it anyway because it's very, very lucky. Right, okay. Now then, up here in Ulthar. If you haven't already guessed, I'm thinking of using the little alcove for this, but looking at the distance now, I think we might need something a little bit more robust. The alcove, if I recall correctly, tops out at 80 kilometers an hour, which is not going to be fast enough. Right, because it does have quite a bit of distance to go. So, the choice is you either go slowly with a heck of a lot of stuff, or you go quickly with probably every bit as much stuff. But what you don't do is go slowly with not very much stuff. That's not going to work for you. And especially since I'm planning on single tracking this beast. All right. Now, as we said, I haven't got a plan here. We're just going to go and see what happens. Yeah, keep it on the flat because you'll be transporting the precious cargo. No. Okay, all right. Yeah, you can't. No, it's going this way. It's fully loaded. Or fully laden is the technical term. There you go. Do that instead. All right, I have done. And then you can re-emerge triumphantly underneath this bridge. Why are you sporting electrification? All right, well, the tunnel's electrified. So be it. Right, where am I actually going? Yeah, now's a great time to ask that question. Right, so we're going to need to pull up and get alongside the bridge in order to get past the sprawl, unless we make an entirely freight dedicated line. We could do that. It's not terribly efficient though. Hooking up alongside the bridge, merging onto the passenger main line. Have you got a screw loose? Instead, why don't you continue as you are doing on the piece of land here, swerve out this way, and then do a quick alley-oop over the swamp area here, down the far side of this iron ore, which you might be able to interact with later, and then... Okay, yeah, all right. I'm all about the... All right, we'll do that. Especially given this is going to be a one-way bit of track. Now, the trickier bit, and this is a sequence of fairly tricky bits, the trickier bit is going to be getting a train out here from the depot. I'm going to. We're not scrimping on our depot commitment. Flipping it, that worked. No, we're not going to be in avoidance of our depot obligations for this. It's still got to work. I can't believe that got under there. Look at that. I mean, that's little short of miraculous, that is. I took it downhill because I knew it would be too tall, but it's worked. Now, look, you might not want to give me much credit for that, but I'm going to give me a lot of credit for that, because that worked out just about as well as it is possible for it to have worked out. Right, to about... In fact, come back a little bit. Yeah, to about there will be good. Right, and then you can go flat across here. Like that. Yeah, we'll use ugly, because we don't want to lose any speed at all. Ugly is a little bit overkill, but stone will be too slow. Right, back down again. Really, you can't go any quicker than that. Okay, all right, well, you know, that's okay. Bring it back until we hit the ground. Good. Now, what's your scheme here? All right, it's under. It's under and over. No, it's under or over, clown. No, I mean, it's under to get over the other side. That is not why you said under or over, is it? All right, okay, yeah, it is. No, it's not. I was just blagging that. You surprise me. You blagging something? No, surely. Say it ain't so. All right. Right, okay, there we go. Let's have some of that. Let's not have some of that. Let's have some of that. All right, there we go. And then back up again, re-emerging victorious on the other side of the track, affecting nobody's journey time. Okay, this could be quite effective. Let's see. Okay, this is semi-effective. That will it gets the job done. That's not what you might call straight, that line. No, it's anything but, frankly, but it will do the job. Now, let's disrupt all of the rail traffic on the map to get a loco out here. Now, I've not really left myself very many places where I can form a connection. Yeah. There, no. The only place to really do it would be right at the edge here. So I'd have to do something like that. Okay, well, you've made it work. That junction isn't going to be pretty, though, is it? That junction is not going to be pretty. All right, but we can make it a little bit more attractive. Hang on a moment. Now, it's already got problems going in it, because this is slightly raised. So, this is going to be tremendous. Right, we'll go as far as there. Right, and then we'll grab this and go over to this side. Now, I'm only connecting one side, because that's the side I would like this to come from. The issue is going to be whether I can get there from the depot. You know how you're going to find out? By trying it. By trying it. That's how you're going to find out. Okay. Okay. All right. So, fine. Anyway, that looks a little bit neater. And then hopefully we can get down there to the tunnel. Too much slope. I had anticipated that might be the case. You have gone a little bit deeper than we realistically need you to be. So maybe have another swing at this tunnel and make. Well, in fact, you could probably leave it there and be able to catch up with it. Let's have a look. Right, so down we go. Because frankly, the longer it spends on the surface up here, the better it's going to look. All right, barely any time at all, but we have actually managed to get the connection done there, even though it's probably a little steep. Okay, good. Well, here comes the litmus test for this one, and that's going to involve a new line. Yeah, from this one, yeah, the sprawl transfer. Out to that one, all far east. Okay, good. Now, this is going to be to a stone. Let's at least maintain that. No, what you called the other one? South of Stone. That was a shipping line. They're allowed wacky names because there's not very many of them. Stone to the Sprawl, which I think is probably the alternate way around to the way I usually do that. Right, let's go buy ourselves a train and put it on there. Oh dear. Right, now normally it would show. No, you've got to go into the right menu. Okay, fine. No, there we go. Here is the depot. It's out in Zion. Good luck, everybody. Everybody, good luck. Now, we can only use diesel or steam because the line to get up here is not electrified. So diesel or steam it is. What do we got steam-wise? I don't want overkill. So, I mean, the 9000 is a fantastically good freight locomotive, but it would be significantly... It's way more than we need for this. Mikado might do the job. Yeah, it's not too fast, it's not too powerful, it's not too expensive. Yeah, what about the JF1? It's a little bit cheaper. Yeah, it's a little bit more unusual. It is. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we'll use the JF1 because I'm forever using Mikados because it's quite a, you know, it's one of the standard vehicles from the last game. Right, we're hauling stone, so that's the gondola. We'll go with this one. And what do you think? 80? I think 120. So that's 15. Whoa, whoa! Standard errors may apply. Yeah, almost bought 15 copies of the same train there. What's that? 4? No, you just look at the capacity. 120, please. Thank you. Purchase. Good. Right, now apply that. Hold your fingers crossed there to Stone the Sprawl. Nuts. Okay, all right. Well, I had suspected that might be the case. So now all we need to do, the way to fix this is one good junction. Is the way to fix it. Is it? I'm not certain, actually, we can do, because this finishes in mid-Dan. Oh, it does, doesn't it? Yeah. So you're going to need a junction from Miranda, yes, that gets onto this line here. Okay, well, that doesn't exist currently, so that would be semi-useful. Okay, right, so we put a what's it out there, and then you're going to need a supplemental junction to get round onto the track. No, I've got an idea for that. All right, okay, good. I figured you probably would have. Right, okay, so watch this. All right, you're gonna like it. So this one goes. Wah! Admittedly, doing a maneuver that aggressive is the sort of thing that the game really goes. And now I shall crash for you. Right. Also, I don't think you've done that right. I flipping have. See, that's the downstream. Yeah. And that's the upstream. Okay, well, all right, you've done it. Now, I might as well finish this off and go the other way as well, you know. Might as well. Now, where's the biscuit here? It's around here somewhere. I think it's there. Okay. There you go. No, we got it. We got it. This is the track laying lozenge is what we were looking for. So the points kind of junction box. And then we'll go around from here over to there. Right. It can now get out on the right kind of area of track, but it still can't get onto the track itself. So what I was thinking of doing is we'll take a branch off from here, which it renders this one useless, actually. Yeah, it does. So I'm going to get rid of it. Yeah, we take a branch off from here. You could actually connect that there, you know. It's easier than what you were going to do. What I was going to do was peel off this side and then merge in a tunnel under there, which, I mean, it creates for some pretty unappealing track, but it would have got the job done. But instead, I'm going to listen to my better demons, and it's better angels, man. Demons are the other thing. No, better demons. And just do that, and then it will work. Right? Trust me, it's going to work. Speak to the depot. Wrong button. Speak to the depot. Here we go. And here it comes. Here she blows. Do I know my network, or do I know my network? There we go. Right. Okay, that's good. Now, it's coming from 10,000 miles away. So there may be the slightest bit of a wait while that gets into position. Meanwhile, we can hook up the next bit, which is going to be the stone segment from... No, you've done that. Oh, I have, haven't I? All right, so what's the next bit? The airport. Ooh, okay, good. We're up to the airport already. Now, theoretically, as soon as the airport is plugged in, if I've got connectivity, which is no sure thing. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna test for that or even fix it. Well, first we're gonna need a bit more land. You might get it to work there. No, I want a sexy takeoff or landing near the flipping train track. All right, well, that's the best you're going to get there. All right, flatten out this bit of land. Give us a bit more space to land on. So we'll go out over here, and then we'll come in this way. All right, there you go. This is actually fairly realistic, you know. It's not uncommon for people to build brand new islands in order to put an airport on them. You think I'm joking? I am. But it's at the same time, I'm not wrong. Right, that might be enough space. Let's have a look. It's enough space. Right, now then. What you haven't done here... Oh, dear. All right, I'm going to replace the station. Don't worry. Good, good. Right angles are our friends. Right, okay, so this would be... Hang on, we'll go to there. That's where we want it. Well, it's not, but it is. Oh, apparently I've placed it. And then... Hopefully, with a bit of road here, hooked up onto this side piece, we'll have catchment. So let's have a look. Because I don't think you can modular the actual entrance, can you? Can you? I don't know, that's why I'm asking. Oh, I don't know, let's have a look. Right, give me that. You can modular the entrance. Oh, right, okay, we'll get rid of that. And this. And that. All right, okay, main building. Well, in the next case, if we slap this over here, job's done. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's it. That was really all it took. Okay, good. So that's got catchment with everything. This has got... Wait, why? What? Why are you telling me you don't have catchment on stuff? Because you plainly do. You definitely have catchment over all of this stuff. There is no way you don't. Maybe it's because I slapped it on... after whatnot. Let's have another go and see if it still works, because that should work. I fail to see a scenario under which this doesn't work, apart from the one I'm currently looking at. Right, there's that. And hold on, it could be because it hasn't got any termini yet. All right, well, let's put a freight terminal in. How many are you going to want? Actually, just one, bizarrely. Okay, all right, so stick that in there, collision. Stick that in here, collision. Stick that in there, collision. What are you colliding with? This tiny bit of road. Well, okay, that's superfluous to our requirements now, so that can get gone. All right, should we try it again? Yeah. All right, so all we actually need to do is put in a cargo terminal. We'll put that in here. Kibosh. Right, and then it works. Or else... right, okay, and then it works. Blow your foghorn for all you're worth. All right, okay. Oh, all right. Why are you stopping? But all right, and indeed. Okay. In fact, why are you stopping? Now, I admit that I might need another signal or two up here. In fact, let's just put a signal. You can't have you stopping here. That's no good. Stick that on there. And then let's stick a pair of them over here. There you go. No stopping. There is no justification for you to have to stop there. I mean, how many passengers have you got? 30. Yeah, well, good luck breaking out of that flipping hole of debt that you've got going on there, you joker. Right. Okay, let's do this better. Now, it could be that my passenger train has just stopped, clogging up traffic in the middle of nowhere. Get rid of this. Probably going to have to rebuild that junction. Are you complaining about that? No. And rightly so, because it's your fault. Yes. This road isn't straight. It's straight enough. Right, there we go. That's that back in. And then a bit of track, please. Good. Right, okay. That's not gone completely horribly. It's gone quite horribly, though. No. Well, we'll use that as the main, and we'll connect onto it. Okay. All right. Well, it's only marginally tragic. There you go. See, it all works. All right. I bet that junction's horrible, though. It's fine. All right. Okay, good. So that's all hooked up and free and frisky. So we can just wait for all of that lot to start doing things. And then we can head on down here. Flipping heck, it's a long way. Yeah, but what that should mean is that all of these planes make a flipping fortune. Right, here's the first ship. It's empty. Here's the second ship. It too is... It's not empty. There's some stone on it. Woohoo! Well, that is good news. For stone lovers everywhere. Right, okay. Now then, where are you going to stick this airport? Well, if I put it this way, it should not hurt the populace, the population of either Arkham or Gotham. So we'll do that. All right. Okay. All right, we'll do that. Right. Gimme. No, that could have been less horrendous. Yeah, all right. Hang on. Go on. There you go. Good. Right. Airport. All right. Fling it out that way. I mean, we've also got an oil refinery here. There's a lot of other things that we could make, viable out of this. I don't exactly know how or why I'd do that, but there are other things we could do. You're playing with me on the altitude side of things, aren't you? Right. If you come out to there, I just need some... Oh, okay. Yeah, it's all right. I understand why you're not working. There you go. If we stick it in there, who's likely to get upset? Nobody. All right. Good. Right. There will do it. And then let's get the height of the thing spot on-ish. Good, yeah. Good bit of backside covering there. Spot on-ish is what we're after. What about fully spot on? Oh, no. We wouldn't want to go that far. Makes people feel inferior. Right. There we go. Got that going. Well, okay. Now, the only thing we don't have set up, obviously I've got to do this airline, but the only thing we don't have set up is any kind of end consumption. Oh, yeah. Yeah, what were you going to do with that again? Another airport. Airports are really expensive and you have to actually pay for their running costs before you start seeing any money out of the thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, you've just bought 2 airports and you're only running one line out of it. Now, admittedly, that line is going to make gangbusters levels of money, but I'm not 100% convinced this is going to be great. Right, okay, so this is going to be Stone Air. Airstone. Stone Air. Right. Okay, good. Get that going. Now, I mean, one of the other ways that this game makes it significantly easier to make air stuff working than its former compatriots is that your factories will start operating whether there is any end demand or not. Foolish factories. I don't know how they expect to stay in business, and yet they do. Right, well, I'm gonna commission my planes out of this one. Just because it's nearby, and why would you buy more depots than strictly necessary? Right, C-49 Skytrain. Carries 10, which isn't a lot. We shall start with 4. With 3. Okay, yeah, we'll start with 3. And then we'll see where it goes from there. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for today, because you've had quite enough. And this is going to take a little while before anything happens, because everything involved is very, very slow. So we shall ride on an aircraft of notable repute, and I shall catch up with you next time. So we'll start off with the fabrication of goods and the distribution to the capital city, and actually we might be able to then start flying food out to places, but I'm not producing that much food. Oh, choices. I've been Colonel Failure. Subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one of these, and I'll catch up with you very soon. Thanks for watching. Cheerio. Well, that's a bit more progress, isn't it? Yeah, it's all good. A bit more progress is what we want to see. But the completion of the Northern Hemisphere, that's quite good, right? I mean, that's a thing to be celebrated and to be lauded over the saps who haven't gone anywhere near the Northern Hemisphere or some such. I don't really know. Anyway, it's all developing quite nicely, but I am getting the sense of okay, now then, what you've built here is fundamentally a starter kind of save game. Well, I mean, it's my first save game, so inevitably it's going to be a starter save game. There aren't really any big overarching schemes to this one. This is just something that's been put together to just kind of try it out on a longer term basis. I mean, I got to play during the beta, and that was great, but fundamentally I played 20, 30 hours of it just to get a good feel for the mechanics, and I did a lot of that by restarting and trying stuff again and that kind of thing. So I am itching for the first full-on proper project kind of series, and it's going to be coming. We'll wrap this one up around episode 40. Now, the benefit here is that it will mean, given that it is a vanilla save game, that I can revisit it in years hence and go, oh, this is deeply uninspiring. Well, no, this is long before the time that the pillarless bridge was introduced and the underground station with all the disco lights, and we shall miss the underground station with the disco lights.